So we're almost back to where we died. Just another thing I've read on the forums for this is that the respawn rate of enemies is just way too high at the moment. As I was just coming back then, and that turret was already back. Which, okay, that was a bit of time, but when you're exploring some of these points of interest, and there's one further back, this one, the Meteor Center. You go in and there's these areas on the floor where there could be turrets, and there isn't a turret, and there is a turret. So you aim at the turret, you destroy the turret, and then another turret spawns behind you, and you're dead from behind. It's really weird at the moment. So to be able to judge it off that, there's still kind of little niggling areas which need to be sorted. I don't think I'm going to be able to get my body. Oh yeah, I should. This is... Oh no, I'm not going to be able to get these. Oh. Okay, body's gone, I've got everything. Yeah. So that is something as well. The chips. If you die, same with clothing. If you die and it's on your body, you can't just drag it off. You have to physically take it from your old body or someone's body, put it into their inventory, and then take it from their inventory to yours. And clothing will help with obviously defense to some extent, but because it's so hard to make it because of what you require, and there's no straightforward place to go to get it. You can't just keep making it over and over again. So this is kind of like how I'm playing at the moment. There are more expensive stuff which requires the concentrate. Didn't realise I actually got some of that, but I mean it's not necessarily hard. As I said, I'm further in the island, but for a game in a beta phase, I don't really want to be doing this over and over again. I've played other games where I've done this over and over again, so just a different environment to do the same thing. Not really interesting enough for me. And yet I'm still doing it. So yeah, I mean, in terms of having a week available, there's just not enough time to play it. I mean, there's so much more that I could do, but yeah, no, those issues really needs to be fixed. There's some stuff I can change in the program files I've looked at. So I mean, in terms of like resources I can get, I can probably increase. But again, I don't know how that would affect multiplayer. It shouldn't do. But supposedly there's no anti-hack at the moment. Read people are saying people are already cheating. But it's beta, so what do you expect? But again, you need to have some sort of anti-cheat in it. So what I'll do is I'll head back home now. God, move that bear out of the way, and then just show a few more things around the base. Actually, scratch that. There was some areas I was going to show. So this is the border point between kind of like different biomes. So this is the foresty area, and then this is the barren desert place. So you kind of get more of a feel for Mars, even though it's kind of like still Earth. I haven't really explored too much of this area. The urban area is slightly easier to farm certain things because there are more broken down vehicles, not like this, but actual vehicles you can get resources from, and that helps. But it's the same as what we've just pretty much looked at, but in a slightly different setting. So I would explore it, but as I said, it just takes so long to run there. I can repair a car, but it's not really worthwhile, even if it is just to show what it's like. But hopefully in a month's time or something, when they have the third beta phase out, that should be a little bit more easier to do. So come back when I get back home. Okay, so we're made at home. So with the Terracore works more like a tool cupboard in Rust. You can your current energy that's actually in the unit. You can enable anti-degradation, which basically keeps anything from destroying. So I mean, this is 1645, so that should be able to regenerate that. Anything we've got that you don't want. Okay, some bear meat. See, now this is working again. I don't know why it was doing that. We can then convert that to energy, so that should add 240. There we go, just like that. So now we've got a bit more power. So that's good that you can just stick anything in there and it converts it to energy. Hammer, an extra 100. There we go. That goes up to a maximum of 30,000. Now this little device, which I put down and don't think I'm actually going to use, can actually convert those points or something into other items which you can just purchase. But some of these items... So yeah, this is the escape rocket boarding code. So this is pretty much, I'd say, is the end game for you to kind of end it. You can just get onto the ship and head back up space. But 125. How can you get 125 when you've got a maximum of 30,000? So I would expect you to be able to upgrade this somehow to then get more in total. But again, a week's not long enough to find that out. Turn that off. Inventory is full again, but it's just so long. You either got to manually drag them or go over them and press G. And if you've got items in another box, there's just far too much. I've said it before. There's just far too many little items. But the and finished. The Terracore works as your tool cupboard. If you press F2, that's kind of like the area. You can then get emitters, which will go in there and then expand it from there. So you've got a good area to build in. Obviously, that most of this requires stone. And then you can also upgrade that as well, but again, single player is not really needed. But on here, square foundations, triangle foundations, ramps, walls, pillars, which they used to have in Rust, but they took those out ages ago. It only really adds stability, but again, it's a nice feature having those in. Floors, doorways, windows, stairs, which again, very Rust-esque. And then you got your power board or the power floor I said about. So that's an idea. And again, F3, you can then demolish certain things within an area. You can't destroy a door, so you got to take the door off. You can repair certain things as long as you've got the stuff on you. So, I mean, it would be nice. I mean, I've seen bigger bases with turrets and defense platforms and stuff, but again, single player is not needed. But I need to learn this before I can do that. So, yeah, I'll try and empty all my stuff out and then go exploring in the other area. We've gone slightly off track here. I can't get the kill command to work, so I'm going to have to get myself killed so I can respawn.
The defense system of the center.
But this is one of the point of interest areas. Okay, well... Okay, never mind. After not being able to get the kill command to work, I had to go get myself killed from some of the robots. But this is the grassland area. Just double checked on the screen. There's grassland, forest, and wasteland. Wasteland was the deserty area we looked at. But I mean, this does show so much promise for actual PvP. There's just so much more to take cover behind and hide from shooting. You've got no idea where people could be, and it's just one of the reasons why I'm just kind of excited about this. One of the things that really annoys me in games is where you can't be stealthy. But it does look really good. So, yeah, I wasn't actually expecting this. I've been around this bit a little bit, but again, like I said, everything's just kind of like learning about the base and stuff that you don't really get the chance. I did delay a little bit with moving, but you can kill these just by punching them. It takes, you know, a bit of time, but it's, you know, possible. And then you go up a couple of stages and you get the yellow boys and the red boys. And it's just a completely different aspect of fighting. Actually, I can't do 2. I know my limits. But yeah, I mean, this building I've not been in before. There's probably no reason to come in it again, but it's nice. But again, PvP going into a building like that, just, you know, has so many different possibilities. So I'm just looking forward to the next kind of beta stage for this, whether or not they change any of things that I've mentioned. But I want to start from beginning and try and build a base up from there, but it's difficult being a first video. I've kind of got to show what the game is like a little bit, and that, unfortunately, that's the level I got to in like 15 hours or so, or whatever I've played of it. There's more missions and more areas you can go to. So we've got these little areas, orbital supplies. The problem is they usually drop in enemy infested areas, so it's very difficult to collect. I mean, you can have a look at that one. Looks like it's away from things, but I don't know. It when I first started playing it, it felt more like a mod than anything else, rather than, you know, a standalone game. And the more I've played it, the more I can see it is kind of like a single-player game to some extent. Even with Rust can be a single-player game. Obviously, there's a lot of that which doesn't really add up to much, but at least with this, there is like an ending. There is an end point. You get on that rocket, you go back up to the sky. So you can still kind of practice single-player for the PvP stuff, and obviously with the PvP stuff, I wouldn't really see what the point is of getting a rocket code in PvP. Uh-oh. Bad as I thought. What was that? But yeah, something's missing. I can't put my finger on it. I mean, you got interactions with Vanessa, whoever she is. I mean, that does... Oh, yeah, I'm not going to be able to get that. It's up there. I'll have a look, even if I die trying. But to start fresh from getting the stuff and using the decoys and whatever, there's just so much stuff to put in front of you, and you know, I'm just struggling saying the same thing over and over again, but you know, a slightly different way. But a week's not long enough. It really isn't. And the feedback that you can kind of give to the devs, I don't know what we're supposed to be looking for, if we're supposed to be like helping, saying, oh, here's an issue or whatever. I did put a message on the Steam forums. It seems like they did put more messages on, and they at least pinned something which wasn't pinned before, but the message I put on there has been deleted, so it's like, oh. My help was needed. So like that, I'm sure you're not supposed to do that, but...
You're detecting an orbital supply signal nearby.
Where the heck is it? Are you kidding me? I didn't even need to come up here. Okay, well that's... Yeah, will you stop talking, Vanessa? I could just kill myself and respawn. There's some stairs there. Don't get shot, don't get shot, don't get shot. Okay, I'm getting shot. This isn't going to end well. Okay, well what I'll do is I'll die and get closer, hopefully. I don't think I'll be able to. Definitely not going to be able to run past it, I know that for sure. Yeet! Okay, that worked. I just need to trip and I'll die. But like just finding cloth now, where am I going to find cloth? How can you get your health up? I mean, obviously if I was up there I could have got a food unit thing which has health, which makes no sense at all why robots need that, but obviously they're not going to need them. But to be able to keep yourself healthy, yeah, food, perfectly fine. Water, perfectly fine. But the health side is just so iffy at the moment. Has it gone? It's gone! There is a time limit on them, but... So yeah, definitely some things need to be sorted out with this. I'll try and get up to that one. I was making my way there, but again, another issue. Ignoring the robot behind me. We've got the sound of the ocean in the middle of the map. There is a water source here, but there's no moving water. Yet we can hear moving water. So again, stopped recording and then I just started recording straight again. Did that little bit there about the noise. Looked on the map and the supply's gone. Again. So we've now selected, and that's gone again. What is going on with this? Nothing stays up long enough. I don't know. I think I'm gonna end it here because I can't show anything else. I don't know what's going on at this moment in time. I really don't. I mean, the map looks lovely. It really does, and there needs to be some work on something. Like, I wouldn't necessarily say story. I mean, Rust doesn't have a story. It doesn't need a story, but some of those areas need to be a bit more like, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. I know there are a couple, like the one we looked at. Actually, no, I haven't actually shown that, have I, in this one? I'll jump off this and I'll show you that.
You're detecting an orbital supply signal nearby.
Oh, you get it again. So I went towards this because this was actually on the way to where I was actually going to show, but it's now on another platform that I'm not going to be able to get up to. Sometimes it's just basically like a... What is it? A one of the supply signal drops that you get on Rust. It's a little drop pod with a gun on top which doesn't do anything. And there's stuff inside it, but you're going to have to be geared and armoured to get up there, and some of these areas are quite difficult to get up there, which that is one. There was another one close by, wasn't there? Right by my base. I could just, like... is there an enemy anywhere? Please be an enemy. Yay! Kill me! Stop trying to hit me and hit me! Oh my... Wait, look, just kill me! If you had a gun, you'd kill me in like 2 shots. There we go. And as you can guess it, within that time, the supply drop has No, it hasn't. It's gone off the map, but it's here. And I'm pretty sure that's exactly the same spot it spawned in last time. That's a hefty chunk. That's not... Doesn't seem like a lot, but considering what you can get off rocks, it's quite a bit. 15... It's not a lot! If I cared about the actual playthrough, I'd bank that, but... It's just not needed. And something again, I hate comparing games. You shouldn't need to do this, but Rust really annoys me for it, and this does it as well. If you kill an enemy with a gun, the gun should be on the floor.
The orbital supply signal.
I've got the orbital supply signal stuff. Why you kill an enemy who's shooting you with a gun and then the gun disappears? The gun should be there, considering how long guns last in this game before they break. I just can't see why you just can't pick them up. I really can't. They should do. If enemies have got strong guns, then obviously that's the game, isn't it? They die, you pick up the gun. That's how it should be. I think I did show this. I can't really remember. I think I came here and...
The system of the center starts tracking for you. Draw your weapons for self-defense.
I haven't got any weapons, love. But the music picks up. There's 4 reactors we have to go to, and then that might get some of the stuff that I've said about before. But as I said, the issue is... he's going to be an issue. I'd like to jump on these boxes, but I don't think you can. But you should be able to see, like, circles on the floor. There should be one behind this box. There. That's where a turret should be. There isn't one at the moment. I'm getting shot by a turret. I don't mind if I die. Don't mind if I die. But there's nothing on that point at the moment.
The defense system of the center has been abort 2 tracking.
Yeah, alright, love. I don't care.
The defense system of the center starts tracking for you. Draw your weapons for self-defense.
Thank you. But yeah, so there's nothing there. So you'll go up to the next one and try and take that out, and you'll take it out. But then that spawns behind you, and then you get screwed over. It's not a good mechanic at the moment. That needs to be sorted out, but they should be aware of it if they're actually listening. Which it seems like they're listening, but they're not actually feeding anything back.
The defense system of the center. The defense system of the center starts tracking for you. Draw your...
Fine. We'll leave it there. Hopefully, if it does come out again next month, a few of these things will be fixed, and I'll actually start a playthrough from the beginning and take it from there. So, if you've stayed this long, thanks for watching. This has been Dysterra. See you next time.